many?
When was Franco winning, many children from Spain wrote to Moscow.
He did send them to Moscow. So you found one of them. The communist people were sent to Moscow. The kids of the communist people. Go where you belong. Franco wanted to outroot the communism in Spain, so he's sending the kids even away.
Was not Franco. Was the family, because they was a friend that Franco
kills them. Yeah.
I never come back.
Who wants to go back to Spain?
No. Well, because the communist regime of Moscow never returned back the children.
Yeah, because they like Spanish people. Then don't let them go again. No, I would just... Many Russians family liking. Tapas. And jet lag gone? The jet lag is gone, or? Yeah, I'm lacking a jet too. I'm working on it. But I have to talk a lot, I tell you. Until I have my jet. And it has to be a private one. No, we have company there, I tell you.
Nice company.
Yeah? He looks, but look deeper. The outside is always promising, but if you bite in it, then it's cheese. Dutch cheese. So, back to business. Back to the never-ending puppet show. No, I should call it Muppet Show. The next Muppet Show. So, who wants to be first? Kermit. Kermit. Who cares about the question? Kermit. Hermit. Hermit. Oh, French is still in jet lag. Too much jacuzzi. Yeah, Krista, did you sleep good?
Yes, like always.
Like always. No, that's not good. If it's like always.
Not good, not bad.
You're not good in bed? What did you say?
I didn't sleep. I said good, not bad.
Not good in bed.
I was wondering, on one hand you always say, oh, the ego, it doesn't have to go and nobody cares about it.
Yeah, how can something go what is not there?
And it's the worst for the ego if nobody is...
Yeah, if it doesn't exist, that would be the worst.
Yes. And on the other hand, you always act totally contrary.
Contrary?
Make people ridiculous. You can say what I can say what I want. You put
Yeah,
me down.
because the absolute doesn't care what is said about it. It's so total. It's always enjoying whatever you say about it, because all this is, who cares?
Yeah, the absolute.
And the phantom, who cares, doesn't exist. So what's the problem?
But all you
So
do
I
your
cannot
best.
offend anybody.
But you do your best.
No, but I enjoy that I can say whatever can be said, and no one else can be offended.
Only if one takes it personally.
Even then you're not offended. Ofen. You don't get into the oven by that. It's not an open end. You're not Hansel and Gretel who go, that you're ready for the oven.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like put it in the oven or put into the fridge.
Right, I'd put you in the fridge for later. She started it. On the one hand, she wants to go to the oven, but she likes it in the fridge.
Yeah, I like the fridge. In Germany, I like more the oven.
You like more what is made in the oven than in the fridge, or what? You don't like a cake made in the fridge?
Oh yes, cold dog, you know.
Cold dog?
The States they have hot dogs and we in Germany have cold dogs.
Krista comes from the cold dog nation. From the Schweinehund and cold dog nation. So what did you want to say?
Yeah, I gave the answer already myself.
Ah.
I thought and I came to the conclusion that it's the same. It's just a paradox like in everything.
Ah.
Yeah.
See? Now Krista came to an illusionary conclusion. Because conclusion, illusion, very close.
So far I
Conclusion is like you close the case, but just to open it again. No? Close case. Okay, so your conclusion is all a paradox. Okay. So you don't look for any man anymore, because every man is an ox.
Yeah, I didn't look yet. It's only your...
Only the last week maybe you didn't look. Before you always said, when will be the next coming?
Yeah, you say that.
Because I say it, you don't have to say it anymore, so I take it away from you.
He's making advertisement.
I always advertise her. And only Krishan drinks coffee every morning after something. So back, any paradox question? Now we have the conclusion from the simple elegance. Spanish conclusion. The Mexican conclusion is macheta.
Machete.
Shopping, going shopping,
Yeah,
head shopping.
this is your conclusion over me.
Yeah, I'm just repeating Mr. Douglas Harding.
Mr.
Douglas
Douglas.
Harding. Yeah, Douglas, headless. The headless way, Douglas. How to shop ahead.
Yeah, and then you say I have a jet lag. Kaput.
Kaput. Yeah, anyone who wants to be shopped. As I say, if Kali goes shopping, heads will roll. Bah. Now Krishan makes water. Okay.
Yesterday you said there's only breathing out.
I even say it's not even breathing out. How can there be breathing in if there was never any breathing out, I said. So you repeat me, but with your ears. I know.
But is that the same that there's only effect?
Reaction, reaction, but there is not even reaction. It's just pointing out that you look for what is energy in reactions of energy, but you cannot find it there. It's just that you stop looking for it, that's all, but not because it's true. It's just pointers and some whatever, you point to something and you just need fake tools to get rid of the fake. Don't take it literally and that's really that what I say is truth or something. I always say in the beginning, whatever I say cannot be truth. But to take one false, you take a false tool to get rid of that false.
What about this? Be that what you cannot not?
Do what?
Be that what you cannot not be?
It's another false. Of course, who needs to hear that and who needs to say that? It's false. False, 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 false. But still you take false tools to take rid of a false. But it doesn't work, and it never has to work. Because it's entertainment. That's why I always say it's for sure not meant to help anybody. So, always the people are behind me, they are having questions. Fuck it. Even in Tiro it was always the same, they're sitting behind me and then they'd dare to ask something like him there. Always there and there. And then I have to my stiff neck after a while. Huh? But there is no Thai massage. There's only this Indian massage. And then if you go once you have a back problem for 5 years.
If you make just a little hatha yoga in the morning, everything's okay.
Well, then you wouldn't complain about electricity in your legs anymore. Whoa. If that would help. He complains more about humidity than me. But it helps, hatha yoga.
You can put the chair more there.
No, no, I sit here. They should. Why should I move for these assholes?
You can put the chair more there.
Yeah, you can
And
sexy
everything.
Then they come closer here, then you don't know Krista. They will come move here and then they will, some will stay outside behind me. You are really believing in miracles? Because they really move behind me, then they dare to ask that questions.
But now you don't make more questions.
No, I know.
But that's the reason that I want to shut him up. He never shuts up behind me, but if I'm in front of him, he shuts up.
Yeah, but what's a good question? What was it?
Paolo remembers, and then now he has to repeat it. Good questions. Okay. Yeah, anyone else wants to breathe out?
You said something.
It's always like to attempt to that someone holds his breath. Did I say something? Yeah, what did Yuji always, when someone questioned, he was beating him like with energetic bargaining down. Not because he was not liking him, it was just shutting him down by more. Then you hold your breath, you even forget to breathe. But I'm not good enough for that. I have to exercise barking. No problem. It depends on the mood.
And if somebody complained, he was telling, you can go
Yeah.
because your ego is in another.
Yeah. I say the same. Complainers. Bye bye. She complains off the record.
Wear bright clothes.
Huh?
You can see on the video.
What, right clothes?
Wear bright
Same.
shirts for the video.
This ego I don't see so well and thing, and I want to go back or something, or move, or
No, in the video.
it's like pronounce, speak louder, pronounce it where you have to develop your English. They want to teach you, like Adi. The Germans, they always want to teach you how to speak proper English. The Americans never care. But the Germans, everywhere.
Any other language?
Huh?
Normally.
That's not the point. But the Germans, if they speak a little English, they want to teach everybody how to speak it properly. So, anyone who can breathe again? All these techniques are watching your breathing in, breathing out, and calming down by it, and maybe entering a place of peace in it, because if you only watch your breathing in and breathing out, there's no thought possible anymore, because you're filling all the space with your attention giving to the breathing in, breathing out, and so there's no possibility of future and past anymore, so you enter the now of breathing.
Yeah, one with the movement.
I'm good, huh?
France already.
Yeah, if I would be a snake charmer, I would do it, but I'm not a snake charmer. I'm not into that business. I'm not putting you in a fake trance or something, because that is normally you can do easily, by just, and Osho was a master of it. Hyperventilation, what was Krista's best technique. Yeah. And the whole experts here about all the techniques, and nothing helped. Look where they landed. The leftover pilots here. They went even to the airless space up there, and where they could not even need to breathe anymore. Hyperventilation, huh? I never did all these things, but I know exactly how it works. It's extreme dangerous. Yeah. Any other hyper? Diaper? I like to be hyper in the diaper. How do you do that? How you become hyper in the diaper? Krista, huh? High fidelity.
Yesterday you said something.
Yeah, don't say yesterday you said something. Just start. I may have I think I heard you said blah blah blah. And if I remember right.
Marriage between the form and formless.
Huh?
Yeah.
The form and the non-form merging, and in the merging of the form and non-form, matter and antimatter, pure light remains at the origin of matter and antimatter. So it's very easy. That's called the mystical marriage. When the mystics are entering the awareness of light, then in that instant they're merging form and formless, because their attention is taking totally away the attention from the form and the formless, because if you give attention to form, you also give attention to formless. And if your attention goes back to that what is the origin of attention, the form and the formless merge into that mystical marriage and become pure light. So it was a short story of many books are big like that. Okay? Huh?
What state is this?
What state? You go back to the third. 1 and 2 merging, and then it's like the sun and the moon. The sun representing your ego and the sun, your emotional subconsciousness, merging into that what is prior, which is the sun, not knowing the sun by being the sun, the third, the awareness, choiceless. And then from there, it happens again. Both come together, sun and moon, like 1 and 2. In numerology, if 1 and 2 merge, it becomes 3. And 3 is the number of Jupiter or Shiva. And then you are that awareness light. It's in every whatever culture, in every whatever system. It's always like the merging between the sun and the moon. The both, the female and the masculine and the female system merging into that what has no whatever male or female side. So, number 3. But then you have to go to the what the Saturn is for, huh? To the 4th dimension.
And then how is the bridge to the...
There's no bridge.
No.
Or can there be a bridge?
Yeah.
You play bridge with some old lady somewhere, but cannot find a bridge somewhere.
What 4th dimension you were talking about?
Just wait a moment. What for? What for? What? Yeah. What for? You want to enter the 4?
You come back to 1.
No, from 4?
You have this experience and you come back to 1.
No, Ramana said when you enter the 4th state, the Christ state, from the absence, no one comes back because no one is there. So the first 3 drop, and then the 4th state there is no one, and from no one can come. So and then awareness, and then the I amness and thing, it's an impersonal. From the absolute impersonal absence comes an impersonal realization. But from this point of the personal, whatever dream, you go back from 1, 2, 3, and that is all personal, whatever you can achieve. Even merging the 2 and entering the 3 is still personal. But then going to that whatever prior, beyond that first and last you can experience, that's the 4. And from there, where no one is, that's just awareness, I amness, but without anyone who wakes up in waking up, or form, or there is no personal experience anymore. So the impersonal and the personal. That's but who makes a difference? So, and who needs to know which level is which level and what have I do to reach that and this. So we always talk about a phantom who is walking of a journey about fake levels and dimensions. So even this mystic marriage of whatever, and then being the screen-like awareness, and where all this form and formless are dancing and merging, and light is only the samadhi, it's all personal and fake. It's all fake. False, false, false. Yeah, any other questions about... But if you don't talk about anymore, what else to talk about? So entertainment continues, and we talk about what no one needs. And that's called entertainment. So saying all of that is whatever, okay, but then you start again talking about it. And then maybe it's with meditation. It's like we don't expect any advantage in one of them. So that's actually I talk about that you see they're all empty. But even who needs to see them empty? You can always question it. But as I said in the beginning, you use false tools to get rid of the false. And the falsest tool is that you say there is no need of the false to go. That's another false tool, but it's all false. It's like the stick stirring the fire, but who needs to stir the stick in the fire and who needs to get rid of the me? So in one split second, by just being what you are, it's still you are stirring the stick and nothing happened and you still stare. And you just continue. Because who has to stop something? But until then you have to have these techniques, all different kinds of techniques. Karma yoga. That's like in the Gada Ramana, because there's always tell me Ramana said you can have to do inquiry. These are, yes, of course. When you are in that whatever, you have to do the next, and the next will be another different technique of inquiry. But in spite of that, you already said what never needs to inquire. This paradox, as Krista already discovered, doesn't have to go. The conclusion, after 6 years, the conclusion, laying down again and relaxing. It's not the same. It's all different. And that's the main thing, because they're different. They cannot be what is real. That's the power of discrimination, because all the 7 are different to 7 is different for the 1, and everyone is different in whatever as an expression, but you cannot find what is real in one of them, because they're all different.
But it's happened.
Happened?
In one moment.
There's no moment. There is no moment. All of that is your, whatever you are, is that the absolute dream of 7 different dream ways, but it's still a dream. So in the dream there are 7 different ways of dreaming, but it's still a dream. It's not real. Only Brahman is real. Only that what is not knowing Brahman, that para-Brahman, the self, whatever you call it, that's real. But not the dream of what he is dreaming. So 7 ways of dreaming, but none of that ways can make you know yourself. So you pondering about what is more or less real is a phantom pondering about what is more or less real. And only the unreal, which is a phantom, pondering about what is real and unreal. Because that what is real is never pondering about the real. Because the real doesn't even know real and unreal. But that what knows about real and unreal and now wants to find a better place for it, that you call a phantom. So I enjoy, it's an entertainment talking about it, but I have to say it's entertainment and it cannot deliver anything. But you still try to know what's a better place, what is, if I know all the 7 states and if I would know everything, I would maybe by knowing everything I would rest in that knowledge and then I can rest forever because I would know every fucking state and I don't have to fuck anymore because I know all the fucking states.
Could you mention what's between 5, 6 and 7?
To what?
The 5, 6 and 7?
I don't talk to people like that. No. It's too mundane. Because it's like I'm become a sleeping pill talking to you. Jet lag.
Can you talk about the 5?
And again from this angle. You see?
Okay.
It's always that. Vamos, Amica. No, it's okay. Are you awake now?
Yes.
Okay. Now you can start again. Yeah, imagine I would lay down here and have a question. You have a question?
Actually, Ramana did this.
I want to ponder about, to elaborate a bit more. I have already this sleeping hole here. Sleeping holes.
They are seeing the light come.
Yeah. Sleeping holes.
The light is
Sleeping holes, I call them.
the light.
Sleeping holes.
White light.
What? Yeah, they are totally whole. But not holy. So, again,
So, you were mentioning the 5.
yeah, you came 14 days, 2 weeks too late. Every day they ask me about that.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too. Actually, normally after this I always think I make 4 weeks and everyone has to come the first day and leave the last day. Otherwise I don't do it anymore.
I think it's better idea.
No, I tell you.
And then write a summary.
And then coming and then siesta mexicana.
But it's very rare that you have seen me like that.
You what?
It's because I'm kaput.
You're kaput.
I'm a little bit. Un peu.
That's good. I like kaput. I like kaput people.
Otherwise you don't see
Huh?
me like this.
You don't? Do what?
I don't do that.
Ah.
In front of you at least.
Imagine I would mind, huh?
Yeah, of course.
But I want to hear what you say because we feel you are bubbling there.
No, I want to hear what you have to say about that. If you want to say it.
About what?
You want to repeat?
I repeat myself every day, thousands of times. Imagine I would mind. And some people ask this very same question 1,000 times. Imagine I would mind.
Because if you say then the fourth stage.
The false state.
State.
Oh.
You are. No, nobody is going to come back. Then there is no 6 or 7 dreams.
There was no one in the first place.
No one in the first place. And
So that no one in the first place goes to that where really no one is. Because there's an imaginary one in the first, 2, 3, and then to that where you cannot imagine anymore because the thought cannot be imagined. Yeah, and from that what you cannot imagine anymore, really that veil of imagination may fall for good, and then from that end of imagination you are that what is realizing itself as 5, 6, 7.
5,
What?
6, 7, what?
What?
Yeah, what does it mean?
What does it mean? Yeah, what we are doing here? What you are experiencing?
Just being
Just being?
there.
What is just being? Bullshit answer. What is just being? Right now we're experiencing sitting in a lotus position and expecting some lotus question. And thinking giving a just being answer is a lotus answer. It's a locus answer. Back to the toilet. Just being. Bullshit. I really like this, I really like this. Bullshit, just being bullshit.
Okay.
Maybe that's Stephen Wolinski. Just the I amness, just being. Just be. Anyone here who else is just being? Just be somewhere else. Yeah, I hate this just being people. What are you doing? I'm just being. You have any idea? No, I'm just being. I'm not labeling anything anymore, I'm just being. I don't see a tree anymore because there are no trees, I'm just being. What? Don't go there, stay there where you are just being. Go to Paolo. Yeah, that's what Mr. Yuchi would boom, boom, boom. You are bloody repetition of books and blah, 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 and tralala beings of masters vomiting in front of you, and you are sucking it on again and disgusting it again and digesting the vomit of some other master again and just saying vomit and blah, 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 and just being and blah, when I was just this blah. She said you shut up. She's down. Yeah, it's amazing that you always repeat that bullshit everyone else vomited out before. It's all vomit. When you try to digest it and want to know what is this vomit, is there any meaning in that vomit? Then you really become a cow who is digesting again and again this bullshit.
Is there anything besides that?
You see another Dutch cow.
Yeah. But it's like...
Was there really a meaning, me raised by two lesbians?
Maybe it's not a good thing.
For sure it cannot be good if I look at you. Oh. Now he wants to excuse himself and said, what else can I do? It's just a justification of his stupidity. What else can I do? Poor me. What else can I do than repeating some vomit from some other's vomit?
Yeah, but there's
Is there anything else to eat?
Is there?
Huh? Be what never needs to eat and then shut up. Huh. If you ask me. Because this bloody phantom cow always wants to digest again what another cow already vomited out. Or the cow shit from another cow. This cow is sucking in again and digest again and tries to get something nutrition out of it. Some knowledge, some wisdom out of some vomit. Yeah, you always try it out of shit, you want to make shit. You think you're in shit, you can find shit. By knowing how the shit is working, you think you can be wise by that. By you trying to control the shit, you become a shit controller. And only shit tries to control shit and tries to know how shit works. Shitty business. So, any other shit question? What? You see, now she continues what you wanted to say. Now she wants to excuse shit too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. You have the same hair color.
All what is.
Blondes. Natural blonde. Natural blonde.
Can I ask you a question?
You see?
Everything you are saying is originally
Every day the same.
That's good. Finish our talk.
If the dog finished, the bitch can talk.
Exactly. Good point.
No, that's why I agree totally with you to say this is all a barking dog barking. And when the barking dog is quiet, the bitch starts barking.
Why not?
But normally it's the opposite, because normally the bitch is barking if the dog is quiet.
I knew we get to that.
That's a normal marriage.
I knew we're getting to that.
It's like even in Adam and Eve, the bitch is always, the Eve is always evolution, wants to change something and trying to know, and the dog just to please and wants to have his peace is getting into that discussion, and then it becomes disgusting things. So, back to shit. I like shit. I'm a farmer. So what? She comes out of her just being. Just being just had an idea. And just being always has to justify what is just being. Because you have to know what is just being, and then you have to justify it, and you have to fight for just being. Just fight. Yeah, this is just a fight, but is there anything who can win here? Is there anything to lose or to win here? So that's why I'm pointing always to the entertainment. This is just a fight where there is no winner and no loser. This is entertainment of just the fight. It's not justifying anything. It's just a fight where there is no one fighting against anybody. It's just an entertainment of energy, and in an entertaining fight against energy, which is not different in nature. So there's nothing to gain here, nothing to lose. And the gain it's a shit fight, but what else to do, he would say.
I would say that?
That was his direction. Or his erection.
Then I whine.
Then you whine again. Yeah. Ooh. That's self-pity. I'm always amazed that that almighty God sitting somewhere and sitting in self-pity and whining about, I cannot help myself. I cannot get satisfied by shit. What can I do? Shit never satisfies me. Whatever I find is shit. Ooh, poor me. And I'm feeling so shitty. But you are the origin of shit. And you are not different from shit. So you are shit. And you complain that everything is shit. What else can shit do as feeling shitty? So what shit can feel is shit. Shit happens in shit. Shitty feelings, having a shitty body, shit forever. Out of shit you came, back to shit you go, shit, 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 shit. And other shit bodies had shit ideas. And that's the 7 states too. Shitty ideas. But even this shit master Ramana was talking about the 7 states. They're only shit masters. In that what is real, there is no master. So they're only masters of shit. So they're shit masters. And the 7 states are shitty states. So they're only masters in shitty states. Shit masters. Mastering shit. So all the realized people, they realize shit. So shit realizers.
Shit.
It's a shit, it's a piece of shit, yeah. What else? But our nature it's a quiet piece of shit. You want to be a quiet piece of shit? But that's the nature of joy, because if really there would be something in this shit for you, that would be the hell. Now you're imagining you can learn something out of the shit, you are in the hell of shit. The shit hell. But if you see shit, and you see what you are, whatever, looking for in shit, you will never find what you're looking for in shit, so shit happens. So what to do? 7 shit states. That's why I talk about the shit states. One is as shitty as the other one. None of them you have something to gain or to lose in one of these shitty states. If you really would be something what can gain itself by knowing this bloody 7 states, you would be depending on knowing yourself in one of these bullshit states. Arseholes. Only arseholes need to know a place to sit. Yeah. And only assholes need to rest somewhere and have a jet lag or something. And only assholes need a jet to fly. Again, we are back in the business. Holy shit. So, but I'm talking about joy. I'm talking about the joy, whatever you can experience, especially the experience as a piece of shit. And who cares if a piece of shit knows more about shit? Yeah, that's the question. And I can just show you, this piece of shit knows a lot about shit, about all the 7 bullshit states, and it doesn't matter. That I'm representing permanently. I can talk about all that bullshit, but no one cares. But you still care about it, and then I hit you with shit. If I would care about... It's a shit stick. It's not a Zen stick, it's a Zen shit stick. Schlep shit. So that's why what I'm presenting. I'm presenting verbal diarrhea. And you try getting out of something verbal diarrhea. You want to make it something good. You want to find some pieces of truth in verbal diarrhea. It's all a diarrhea. You die in Ria.
Yuji would say, I don't even shit.
Do what?
You would first say shit, and then you would say, I don't even shit. I don't even.
You never saw him, you bastard. Yuji would say. This asshole was never seeing him and never whatever thing, and now I'm repeating him. I always have to do with this assholes who never saw that asshole, they repeat. Wow. How shitty can it get? That's really Dutch shit. Yuji would say. Isn't it amazing? Yeah, what would God would say?
The biggest ass. Yeah, what would God say when God wakes up? And then God sits here in the last position, having an asshole, and said, "What did I do? What went wrong?" And I sit here again. It was like my mother waking up from the coma. It's God waking up from his absolute absence and then coming into presence again of the body, all the experiences. The first word, shit. And it's really like, that would be like maybe, then comes sat, shit, ananda. The next. Hey, Christian? Good. Worst comes in, worst comes out. The first you see, the last you see. Yeah. Now you can maybe.
After all this verbal diarrhea, I'm silent.
Yeah, that's the nature of verbal diarrhea. If you really see that's only verbal diarrhea, you can naturally, this carelessness naturally is there. But for sure you come back from it because And then you look at it like, it's not everything shit, is there? this place cannot be shit, it looks very good. It cannot be right. At least this is not shit. Then you really into the shit master again. You want to define shit. This is finer shit and this maybe really shit. Or, thank God I'm not in Germany because the shit of snow I cannot take anymore. I enjoy the shit here more than there. Then comes the next one. Oh, if that's the first, there's always a difference, and I would better go where there's no difference, where I'm just being. At least that doesn't stink so much. By instinct, I want to be there where I can just be and have no nose anymore. Huh?
I never understood this. I wasn't born, idea.
I wasn't born. No, you are born.
Huh?
I confirm you here now. You are born.
I was born, yes.
Of course you are born. A piece of cheese is born. Now it stinks. Yeah, I know. Hello. You see that they loaded batteries don't hold. So I always have to waste new batteries for you, my dear shit masters. I have to get my battery. I have to need energy. Where is my energy? Yeah, because she wants to have more light. Now I cannot find the battery. Where's my battery? What? Sure. Now we have a problem.
Yeah.
Why is the
Why didn't you come early?
Why not?
Let him see
The white knight came and saved me.
That's late.
Like every girl is dreaming about a white knight.
In shining armor.
Shining armor. And a big sword. Sorry. Does it mean he took a shower before? So, now it's blue again. So what was your question?
Yeah, this story, you're never born, you'll never die.
You not. It's not talking to you. It's not meant for you. No, you are born.
Very much.
And you will die. That's the only way I can bear you. Because I see that what is this she said is born and will die sooner or later. So it's already dead. Yeah.
That's a relief.
Yeah. So that what is born is already dead, is already died already. So even that is not born. Again. You see? You give him pearls of wisdom and this pig is not seeing them. It's all pearls for the swines. They say in Germany.
So what was Paolo's question yesterday? I didn't get the question.
Don't make him awake. Shut up! Don't mention his name.
Your question, you didn't get it. No, before.
You better buy the DVD.
I don't remember.
Hey!
What?
You buy the MP3 and next year you ask me.
Yeah?
What he asked yesterday.
Something with unborn maybe.
course you are born, this phantom is born, but as this phantom will die, it's already dead, so it was never born because it will die again. Because how can that what is life being born and then dying? And that what can die is already dead. So dead born and that is dying. A piece of shit is born and a piece of shit will die, but the piece of shit was never born. There was never any life in that shit. That's meant by it. And who cares if an experience is born and then experience will die? Only an experience. So even in the experience of birth, no one is born and no one will die in the next experience of death. Because that what is experiencing birth is already there before birth happens. Even before two liquids meeting and creating a fetus. You are that. And that is not born by that whatever man penetrating a lady and then putting his liquid into some tralala and making a little race of germs, sperms.
That I can never know.
What you can never know. Do you have to know that? Only an asshole has to know that, where he comes from. Because only assholes come. And only assholes have to know where they come from. Because that what never comes doesn't have to know why it never came. So it's too late now for what you think you are, to know where you come from. You came by coming. Someone had to come, that he can that he came to. After coming, he came. So you are coming, camer. And that's why you are now in that same whatever, always tendency of coming. Because you come out of coming, you want to come again. In the kama. Then he makes kama yoga. What I always say, it's too late now.
I know what you say.
So what?
I always forget.
Yeah. You need a watch.
Huh?
You need a watch. Yeah, because you're always too late. Watch it. Yeah, anyone wants to know why he is not born? Why should I care? Why should I care about one who is not born? Huh? Yeah. Why should I care about? Yeah. I have no idea. Do you feel I care about? No. That would really be too much. And then they say, because the Zen master really doesn't care about who you are not, he really cares about you. It's your nature. But if you would care about your personal tralala, he would just give attention to shit. And just showing you the shit you believe in, maybe you'll see shit happens. But what you are never happened. So for what you are, never anything happened. In any happening, nothing happens. So in the first happening of being born, or even the liquids meeting, nothing happened, because what you are was already there, and by that happening was not coming, and by the next happening of that or whatever, nothing happens, and you are still what you are. Uninterrupted, what you cannot not be. So yes, there is experiences of birth, but by none of that experiences someone is born. And some will die later, but this is the whole thing. If you believe that you're born, you're dead. And then you want to become alive, and you fight for life. You want to know, because you lost your knowledge of what you are by believing in some relative bullshit. What I'm doing here and pointing out the shit that you believe in. And there's 7 states of shit. Yeah. And I talk about 7 states of shit. And I like to talk about 7 states of shit because no one is there who doesn't need to talk about it. And no one is there who needs to talk about it. Just entertainment of shit states. On a stage of 7 whatever different levels of what? Carnival. energy incarnated into some phenomenal experiences, but the energy who is incarnated is not born by incarnating itself in some incarnation, into some flesh. So in the flesh you are gone. For what you are, this is just the flesh. Flesh off. Just a blink of an eye of the infinite you are. Not even needed to mention. And then now you think you are a Mensch. Menschmeier. Then you have Eier. Ei, 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 ei. Ja. It's, poof. That's the end of the year. 2010 shitty years after Christ. And you still cry. Huh?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sometimes it looks like there is some inner guidance. Looks like
Instinct.
that. Even it can sound like a voice in you that tells you do that, or
Yeah,
don't be afraid.
it's a different play. It's like you enter a different stage with the different actors and they whisper more. There's an inner voice in the darkness out of there. I tell you, hello, here, this is the way, come here. Hello, hello. We're an insight, I give you an insight.
And then it gives you
That's
the
called,
feeling like there is something
that's called
somewhere.
souffleuse. A souffleuse. You know souffleuse in the church where somewhere there's a little lady under this little whatever shell, and it's always if you forget your script, hello, I tell you, the next will be this and this. You have to say that. The play continues like that. Your answer to that question will be that one. And then you think, oh, I had this intuition, and I saw it before. My mother was calling me, and I had to tell her I don't love you. But it was not me, it was this inner voice. Out of this box, in this darkness. And I could not resist. I had to follow the script. And now my mother is pissed. But it was not my fault. Yeah, so much about inner voices.
Even Ramana said there was some, that there is a God.
That what?
No, Ramana didn't say that there is a God and that is
Yeah, that's the devil inside who talks to you.
What is that with mother?
no.
Maybe his mother.
Oh, when his mother came to take him home.
Son, come home.
He said there is a
Oh.
higher power.
Huh?
He said there is a higher power.
Yeah, this power wants to hire you. He wants to always employ you. Work for me. If you work for me, I pay you. I will give you pleasure. I give you bliss. It's a higher power from inside, an inner voice, like the inner devil, the intellect talking to you and wanting to tempt you to work for him. If you do what I tell you, if you do this and this and be a slave for me, I pay you later. I bring you the heaven. I show you the key experience, how you can open the door to heaven. I show you the gateway, stairway to heaven. I show you. It's the inner voice. If you do this and this, I show you the way, and then I give you the key experience, how you open the heaven, the door. And then there will be God and Christ and all the angels blowing in one horn. That's called an inner religion. That's called inner religion. And then came the, what is this group? Losing My Religion? R.E.M. That is like the religion, the inner devil who always talks to you, your intellect, your inner lover, caretaker. And if you believe in him, you believe in God, in the devil, or in a higher voice, in a higher force and energy who is guiding you. It's like an inner dream, an outer dream and an inner dream. And it sounds very real, huh? I think every morning everyone wakes up and then there's these three voices, me, myself and I. Having a little dialogue. Who is in charge? And then the higher one says, if you do that today for me, and then I will give you the pleasure of a calm. I will not judge what you have done, because you have done what I wanted. So this inner tralala, this judge who is always there and trying to make you do what, give you this 10 commandments. If you don't kill your father before he meets your mother, I will grant you with children.
That's you.
The 11th commandment. No, it's like, it's all part of this so-called whatever dream. God, and if you say it's like your fear, because you exist, you are in a crisis and you create an inner voice, you always create some angels and some guardian angels, some helpers, some alien, tralala, just because you fear. It's like a little child in the dark, starts to, oh, there's a voice. Echo. Oh, there's someone else. Ah, you see? I'm not alone. I'm not alone. That's like chanting, bhajans, singing together in the dark. That there would be more light, and together we can take it. It's like little kids singing together, and then the fear is less. Sounds good. So it's all about fear. The whole dream. It's a nightmare. You want to get out of that nightmare. And you try to use all that whatever tools to get out of that nightmare. Because you imagine to be in that dream. You want to get out of it. But as more you want to get out of it, you believe in that shit. That you have to get out of it. Where you're not even in. So that's the pointer that what you are was already there before even the beginning of the dream. You are what you are. And what you are never went into the dream, because that what you are is that what is dreaming the dream, that what is dreaming the absolute dream can never be part of the dream. But now you're believing that the dream is real, and you have to know how the dream is functioning, and you want to have a way out, and there's an inner voice of the dream, an outer voice, and they're masters, they're all dream masters. And then comes this idea of the Satguru who points to that, what is the absolute dreamer you are, which is never in the dream, because it points to that what is Sat itself, which is never can be found in that what the Sat is dreaming. That real, what is can never be found in realization. All these pointers, it's only pointing what you are never needs to know itself to be itself. And that what it needs to know itself in whatever, creating all the 7 states and all tralala, it's sport. That was the answer of Rama to the question, why you are still talking? Why you are still talking about the samadhi of that and the 7th state, the tuya and la 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 la? Why not? It's sport. What else to do? It's not because there's one who needs it. That's why it's sport. You don't go hunting because you're hungry. You just hunt for fun. So shooting ducks here, shooting all the concepts, is fun. It's not because I expect the ducks to die, because the duck is an imaginary duck and an imaginary shooting. Pom pom, and the duck always pops up again. And I can put the nail, like the eye, the nail, I'll hammer it into the wall. And then for a moment maybe the nail doesn't seem to be one with the wall, but it looks out of the other side. Then I have to hammer on the other side. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Then it looks on that side. Is this what? So I'm hammering from that side, I'm hammering from that side. So you go to the absence, and when you're in the absence, I'm hammering into the absence, that you're in the presence again. And then hammering the presence, that you're in the absence. Then hammering the absence, that you're in the presence. And you may say, both absence and presence, the nail, you cannot get rid of what you are, because you are that what you cannot avoid. And the nail you are nailed, or you really nailed that you are the nail. In the presence, you are the presence, and the absence, you are the absence. So I'm hammering on the absence, you are the presence. Never ending story. I'm hammering in the morning, I'm hammering in the night. But what else to do with the hammer? You are hammering. I have a hammer. In Germany, if you have a hammer, it means something else. Man hat der einen Hammer. So that's, I can just present this helplessness. If I am like a hammer, and the hammer has to hammer, and you are like a nail who likes to be nailed. So I just nailed, because the nature of the hammer is not different from the nature of the nail. The hammer is enjoying hammering the nail. And I'm hammering in the present, I'm hammering you in the absence. Because the hammer is always a hammer and the nail is always a nail. And this is like, what? Just a picture. But it's quite okay. This nail comes in and out. Tuck, tuck. At night in the deep sleep, the nail is in the deep sleep, the absence. In the morning the nail cuts to the presence. And then the nail goes in the night in the absence, presence. So when you're in the presence, you always get something on your head. If you look out, you're already hit by yourself. So,
what is the nail?
What?
The nail is the phantom?
Attention. Attention. The attention, this presence is only there as an experience because attention is here. The attention of that presence. And then the attention at night goes to that absence, where there's no experience possible. So the attention in the absence of experiences is still attention, what you are in nature. And then attention in the presence, experiencing the presence. So the experiencer, you are the dreamer, dreaming the presence and dreaming the absence. And both is not different. So none of them makes the dreamer different. You have nothing to lose in the present, nothing to gain in the absence.
So is the attention the real?
No. That what is attention is real. But what we can talk about as attention cannot be the real. Because if it would be attention, it would be different from what is not attention. No, cannot be the real. I can just paint a thing that attention is like perceiving, perception. Perception can allows presence, and perceiving absence. And the perception of absence is deep sleep, and the perception of presence is this dream of presence, of whatever you can experience. So you can say perception has to be there before even perceiver is perceived. As perception is even in the absence of a perceiver what it is, perception is even in the presence of a perceiver what it is. So perception in its nature never needs any perceiver or what can be perceived to be what it is. So it's independent of a presence of a perceiver. So even the perceiver is perceived, needs to be perceived that the perceiver can be there. But perception is even in the absence of one who knows or perceiving something, the experiencer, what it is. So it's more like a pointer to that what is your nature, which is in spite of any perceiver or non-perceiver, or experiencer or non-experiencer, or experience or non-experience, what it is. It's neither being or not being. There can only being or not being because perception is perceiving being or not being. Even awareness can only be experienced when there is what? Perceiving that light, just being light. Even that is an experience. And then the absence of light doesn't make you absent, and the presence doesn't make you present. So you're neither present or absent. So whatever you say, tell about yourself is not true.
It feels like I know it, but I don't know it.
No, you are that.
Yes.
And that what is that never needs to know that, but now comes the phantom and imagining that he has to know that. That's a little devil me who always wants to control that what he can never control. Because he feels is depending on something, and that dependency is unbearable, so you want to become independent by knowing where he comes from. That was his question. If I would know where I come from, I can control it. Next time, when I would come again, I would not come again. So you try to stop the wheel of reincarnation, and by you trying to stop the wheel of reincarnation, you incarnate already. You confirm that there is one who needs to stop something. And then it's too late. Whatever you do now, even as a Dalai Lama, you try to stop a lie or an illusion which is not even there.
There always this tendency of, like you said, this tendency of avoidance. I feel it all the time. All the time. It's never.
It's running you.
Never for a minute.
But the whole universe is run by the tendency of avoidance. If the tendency of avoidance would not be there, the void would swallow the universe. The void, which is the emptiness, the absence, would swallow the universe instantly if there would be no tendency of avoidance. So this tendency of creating, and creating, mindfuck, whatever, creating whatever can be created, has to be there, otherwise the absence would swallow it instantly. It's like a black hole sucking everything in. If there would not be an energy who like conserve it, like a Vishnu who is keeping it alive. Wish, always a wish. And the tendency of avoiding the void. Because if the tendency of avoiding the void would not be there, the whole universe would not be there. So it's natural. So what you feel is a natural avoidance. Which keeps this, is like Vishnu inside. You experience yourself as Vishnu, who is the keeper of the universe. Of all whatever is and is not. So you feel yourself as Vishnu. And then there's another tendency, is there too, the Shiva tendency, who wants to destroy everything. That's like the black hole, who wants to suck you in. But then you're in balances, but you're neither there nor there. You fight against yourself. So there's two tendencies. One is like Vishnu, embracing everything, conserving and keeping it as it is. And the other tendency is Shiva, who wants to destroy instantly because he's fed up.
Both are avoidance.
No, one is the void and one tries to avoid the void. No, no. Krishna doesn't want to avoid something, he just has fun of destruction. And Vishnu is, has to, because otherwise he would not exist anymore. He has to keep the universe alive, otherwise there would be no Vishnu. So it's survival for Vishnu. Surviving that tendency. So it's a balance of two tendencies. One is trying to survive, and another one is trying to go. It's fed up. Shiva wants to bye-bye, and Vishnu, no, no. What will happen then if nothing is there? What can I do? Let's be. No, so it's a natural tendency. What to do? So the natural tendency of dreaming, and the dreamer needs the dream to exist. But that what is Shiva in his nature knows it doesn't need any dreamer and dream to bother, so it tries to get rid of it. But no one can ever win, because even trying to get rid of this is part of the dream.
Yeah, the feeling is always of a
it's schizophrenia.
Yeah, exactly, of a split there. Always, yeah. Always there's something, always
one wants
separation.
One wants to meditate himself away, going into the absence and meditate. I am not here, I am nothingness, I go to nothingness, and nothingness only is, and reality is nothing, I am nothing. And the other one, what's new in the cinema? What can I do that next? What can happen there? Where's the next girlfriend? What can I, whatever. What is there to do? Yeah, this tendency, and or the tendency of leave me all alone, I'm fed up, fuck it all, the whole world could go down, I wouldn't care. I'm going rather into the depression than going to the cinema. And if one wins, you go to meditate, or you go and poor me in the bed and want to go and cover yourself. Or if the other one wins, okay, shit, let's have a drink and go to a bar. Hey, how are you? How? Here we are. Let's have a party. So the party tendency and party off. Departure and party. And you cannot say what you're winning. As older you get, maybe the departure comes closer and you withdraw a bit. Then you think, oh, I become more peaceful. So you're just in the departure lounge. And normally the seekers, as Papaji was maybe one of them, we are meeting in the departure lounge because you're already in the tendency of fuck off. I'm ready to be airborne and gone.
So is it not both the tendencies of avoidance, avoiding the present and avoiding the absence?
Both is tendency of happiness. Yeah. Both want to be happy, and one idea of happiness, embracing the world, is a love tendency, and the another tendency is a tendency of wisdom. Because wisdom is always telling itself nothingness is bliss, emptiness is bliss, and Vishnu is a tendency of embracing everything. Love is bliss. And there are two tendencies, the lover and the hater. The wisdom Just like Nisargada's, wisdom tells me I'm nothing and love tells me I'm everything. In between my life flows. But the tendencies are there. So both are empty, both tendencies are there. When you exist, you have both tendencies, but none of them can deliver what they promise. But both are tendencies of happiness. And I'm sitting here and telling you none of them can make you happy. They're just empty promises. Love is an empty promises of the world can make you happy, embracing everything and being one with yourself can make you happy, or the other one, if you're nothing, can make you happy. Both is what? Promising shit. Because you are already what you are, and you don't have to become what you are by one of them. So they're empty promises who can never deliver that what you are. But you believing in one of them, you become a lover, a devotional, whatever, or you become a Jani, and Jani, I'm Jani. Yeah. I'm just telling you. There are many way outs, and where you go out, you go in something else. So you go out of the first, you go into the second. But you go from the second in the third, and then, but there's from the seventh back to the first. It's like a circle of bullshit. Where you go out, you go back into, you go out of this dimension, you enter another dimension. So dimension means you're dying into another home of a fake one. This dimension is, you died already in this dimension. And then you want to get out of this dimension in another dimension. So you die in another home. This home is not good enough, you want another home. But another home is as dead as this home. And wherever you land, you have to depart sooner or later. So it cannot be your home. But you're looking for final home. In all the seven, whatever, you're looking for that home which is delivering that what you are, which can make you rest forever. That is what you're wishing for. That is Vishnu. Never happens. You are the restlessness. You will never find peace anywhere. And I tell you, be happy that peace cannot be found anywhere. Because if it could be found, you would be different from it. That would be the hell. Already now you're imagining that you can find peace. You're in the hell of an imaginary peace which can be found. And if I tell you, you will never be happy, or you can never become happy anywhere. Wherever you are, you will always be a temporary absence of misery, but that temporary absence will always end up in misery again. So it's in the nature still misery. Yeah. So no way in and no way out of misery. That's the point. You never went into misery. How can you get out of misery? But now trying to get out of misery, you imagine to be in, and your almighty imagination becomes real, this bullshit. And if I say it's shit, I just want to show you what it is, what you take as you, whatever your precious tralala of this precious body, precious understanding, precious wisdom bullshit, precious love bullshit, all this underwear, slippery business.
You know, Slukal, when I look at my friends who happen to be fortunately or unfortunately not to be seekers, as the years go by and they age, they have more peace, as I think,
they age more. They age more.
They age more, and I think that...
so now you want to age more?
No.
But that's it. That sounds like you want to age quicker.
No.
Because aging means peace.
Yeah, the illusion for me was that it's a derivative of this spiritual path of sitting with whoever.
Yeah, but yesterday I was watching an interesting House episode, Dr. House, and it was about an old lady, 82 years old. She became horny like hell, and they really tried to find out why she became horny again. And after all the men, and it really was after the balls of Dr. House. Oh, you're so cool. And she was like, oh, can we have maybe... Her son was sitting, my son, just forget him, he's an asshole anyway. Let's do something. what? She became a sex maniac, but you know why? 60 years ago she had syphilis, and they gave her some medicine, but it was just depressing it, and then the syphilis broke out again. And by that breaking out of syphilis, we become horny like hell again. just by something was erased in her brain again, this whatever aging thing, and she became like a little girl and horny like hell. So there is no guarantee for your friends. Katja saw it too. Was it like it? You see, my confirmer. That's why I'm now rational.
I think that what happened with the seekers, that was my main point, is that there is more peace. They think it's because of the seeking, but really it's because of the aging.
That's what I always say.
Yeah, and that's, I think, oh, at least some more peace because of the seeking, but it's not because of the seeking, it's just that it's an aging tendency, and that's a developmental...
The sickness makes you tired.
Yeah.
And then you think because you're tired you have more peace.
That's bullshit.
Well, you're always bullshitting yourself, you know that. What else to do?
Yeah, just looking at it sometimes is not so appetizing. Never mind, I had coffee.
Bon appetit,
Okay.
bon appetit. Look into your black nature.
Yeah, coffee helps.
Coffee always helps, yeah.
Oh, so big.
So may it be, yeah? So may it be for the maybe. Who is just wants to be.
If this of the clinic is doing all these things,
Where?
what you was speaking about,
Dr. House.
yeah? And a little clinic in your brain is doing these things, then in a way is in a way can be fantastic.
Yeah, she looked really happy.
No,
I would say get syphilis and you will be happy. Wow.
You go crazy at the end.
Yeah, no, but it kills you, but you're happy. Depressed.
Oh, the crazy stage doesn't count.
Yeah. Now she is only the joy.
I was thinking about with the same clinics, you can do things like you was telling one of these days about enlightenment, about...
Yeah, if you take more fine, you are so fine that you think you are enlightened. More fine, more thin, more fine. You got so fine that you even think I made it. That you want to go back and back into that state of where you're more fine. Or you get heroin. You don't fear anymore. That's what's heroin. With heroin, no fear. And then that's already, I'm awakened. I'm the master of the masters.
Yeah, but if
you would take heroin, you would not talk any question anymore.
Yeah, but if...
What? Paolo is trying to create morphine and heroin by Hatha Yoga in his body. Endorphin and other one takes chocolate and he makes Hatha Yoga for that. Look, it's like...
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why always carnival. To what?
When I listen you,
listen.
Or maybe listen, or maybe something else, I don't know, with mistake, sure. But I know for you it's better, but I can't understand. I can't understand after so many years.
Well, it's not for you, Paolo. Don't worry. Don't bother.
I know, but it's quite I mean, if everything don't touch me, if everything, this fucking life is all shit.
I never said that. Everything is touching you, but by that touch nothing is changed.
Okay. Is that
you cannot not be touched by what you are.
Because I am what I am. Who cares if I looking for energy or if I...
Yeah, why do you try to justify you're looking for energy? No one minds that you're looking for energy.
But nobody is sure. But when I listen to you,
but if you make that question here, I have to destroy it. Come on, do it at home, but leave me alone with it. And he always complains, if I meet you for coffee, you answer my questions. But we are not here drinking coffee. Do I see some coffee here? Do I see some coffee?
Where is the coffee?
Yeah, but where is my coffee?
Yours.
No one brings me coffee. So if no one brings me coffee, I don't answer that question. That's the way. that's a way of me asking for coffee.
This is a coffee question.
No coffee, no energy question. I only answer coffee, energy, because without coffee don't have the energy. I need that coffee in. What? And Illy, please. If they don't have Illy, it doesn't function. Illy, Lily. Without Illy, no Lily.
You did in Usha's restaurant.
Do what? In Usha's?
Answer a question in Tiru when
Yeah.
you were still sitting in the restaurant.
Since '95, I was answering coffee questions. I even paid for the coffees. And now I want the money back. I want my money back.
You must not pay for your coffee.
I paid for the coffee even for everybody else, because no one would come otherwise.
You didn't say for anybody.
Never said that before.
No, that wasn't the case.
It's not fact.
Let's not some facts better not to play.
In the German bakery.
That was nice.
German bakery was the beginning.
It was a nice time.
Yeah, there were much less people, my goodness. In the whole. You knew everybody.
Useful, Karl.
Huh?
I thought you were very useful for me at the time. I didn't know
Oh,
what
that
was going. I thought you were very useful.
Yeah, look at you. Where you can come to Thailand, Koh Samui.
Yeah.
You know already that I bring you to places you don't want to be.
I thought you were helpful.
Mexico. Yeah, and Russia still wanting to ask some shitty stage questions.
I want to ask, but not about the stage. It's happened that I want to ask, but don't know what to ask. Thinking what to ask. Just it's happened that I want to ask.
Yeah, I'm always in the same position. I want to answer, but no one asks that question. I have all the answers, but I rarely find people who have that questions for that. So we are in the same position. You have all the questions, but they don't come because I should first give the answer, and you should find the question for it. Yeah, it's already happened. Because what is future, what is past? You only ask the question that that answer is demanding that question. So what is creating the question? The answer or the question? So it's already happened. It's nothing new.
Yeah, so we are not satisfied.
Imagine there would be one answer which satisfies you. You're not looking for an answer which satisfies you. You're looking for answers you keep you going. Keeping for the next question. You're just using it for the next whatever. Pondering about something, elaborate about it. And in your glory of elaboration. Say? Because you have to work, because you're a warrior and you need something to do. What else can you? You always look for some new job.
So this is the nature of the mind, looking for meaning.
It's a ledger. The me looking for a meaning, yeah.
But the wish to ask, it's
Yeah, that's
before.
called Vishnu. That's your inner Vishnu. The wish to ask, because the question keeps, when the answer creates another question, keeps the whole thing going. It's like a Dharma keeper or the question keeper. Because without the questioner would die. And he doesn't look for a final answer. He looks just for the next answer who creates more questions. Then he's happy.
The second question.
Ah.
And find the question. I'm afraid to ask you.
Because you are afraid that the answer could kill the questioner. So the good questions you all keep for yourself. When I'm too lazy to guess them. Huh, Davy?
No cafe.
No cafe, eh?
I have no time to take my coffee.
Bah.
For me.
So the answers are not satisfying, the knowledge we have, or that is now the answers that we have that is not satisfying. It's because it keeps at the same time, it keeps the sense of the me going.
So you are afraid to be satisfied, because that would be the end of you. So whatever you try is being frustrated, because in frustration you can survive. If there would be one moment of satisfaction, that's why they say, if there is really that bliss of satisfaction, you are not there. There is no one. So what you do is like you try to avoid that. You try to avoid that, whatever you call enlightenment or awakening. That's all you do. But still, you cannot, because whatever you do is
You know, the last 2 years, Ramesh used to say I was frustrated for 40 years. And then I decided I'm going to look for happiness. He didn't mean the happiness of life. And then I found enlightenment. So he was playing in a paradox, huh?
he tried to point something that you always look at the wrong place. He tried. As everyone tries.
Every place you look is the wrong place.
Yeah, and he tried to point it out too. It's more like when Ramana said, when awareness is seeking awareness, then maybe in that seeking awareness, that what is the seeker gets burned out. So if what you are is, if you call it happiness, only looking for happiness, moment by moment looking for happiness, and in that not finding, it's chasing away the seeker. So it's like Nisargada's, if you really look for that what you are, and you try to look for the seeker himself, for that what is self. If the self is really looking for the self, both disappear. The seeker and the seeking. And what he is seeking is disappearing if the seeker only looks for the seeker, and not for any other, the relative's pleasure or anything. If only happiness is whatever you want pointed, if the self is only interested in the self and nothing else, naturally only the self remains, but not as something what is relatively known, as that what it is. But it was not in the hand of Mr. Balzeka or anyone, if that happens. Because he retired from the bank and he found his good, and it was his destiny, he always repeated. It was not by action. But if that happens, if you really put total attention to that what is attention, if the self, and that is called grace again, is looking only for grace, and grace is after grace, and then grace shows no mercy for any relative experience, and is never be satisfied by anything, and only is giving attention to that what is, and not even knowing what it is. By that, whatever you imagine to be is naturally dissolving by itself. But this is in no one's hand if that happens. It may or may not. You can maybe wait for thousands of lifetimes. It may not happen. So you better be, even in spite of that, what you cannot not be. Because if that happens, it's not you cannot even avoid it. So even the tendency of avoidance won't work. Now your tendency of getting it doesn't work, and then your tendency of avoiding would not work. If that what is grace, the self, is dropping all what it is not, by its natural just dropping whatever can be dropped, is dropping the dropper, and only that what you are can drop the dropper. As every night you do it naturally, and not by any dropping you become that. But if that is dropping, as every night you go naturally into that absolute absence, but not by any dropping of the dropper, what is now trying to drop something or understanding something. So the knowledge you are, just by dropping what you can know, the knowing, and what aims the knower get dropped every night, you naturally enter that absence of any presence. And then you are knowledge without any presence of anyone who knows or doesn't know anyway. And in the morning, this bloody knower happens again, but so. If you cannot avoid it, what to do? Shit happens. That's the famous what to do. But still I don't like that Ramesh was happy. I don't believe it again.
I don't know that he was happy. He didn't mean it happy.
Yeah, but yeah, but that's the.
He didn't look so happy when the whole Kovalam experience happened. He did not look happy.
I tell you, that's why I say I don't see anyone who was happy there.
No.
Maybe that's the happiness that you don't have to be happy.
Right. No, he was not happy.
But many people around him, then they think there was one who was happy. And it was really always a permanent misunderstanding around. Even that non-doership was misunderstood. Naturally, what else can you do? So many non-doers suddenly.
Well, I always believe that following this loudest voice inside.
Again?
There's always this loudest voice, and then navigating from there, and maybe but it's destroying all it.
I don't even know.
No, it's like this inner religion, like you talked about.
The inner?
Yeah,
inner religion. Your inner voice.
Yeah, so then following the loudest.
You wanted to listen more to the little voice. You want to, whatever, make it, watering it and caring about it, that it become bigger.
No, like the loudest voice would always be destroy it all. Oh.
Anyone knows what he wants to say? The what? The locus? The loco? Locus? Locus? The biggest poop would kill you?
Yeah, maybe that's it.
The Big Bang? You were waiting for the Big Bang? The biggest noise? Or noist? Noist? Noise? Noise? What are you talking about?
Yeah, this idea that whatever that
It will happen by itself, and it will be so immense and so strong that you cannot resist. You talk about that?
No.
But that would sound good.
No, it's like there's always this bloody shouting inside, like God, whatever.
You have the shouter inside.
And if I don't listen, then I get really fucked up, and then after one, then I have to listen, and then. But then
When you listen, he grants you with some nice touches. Then you're a nice Dutch. When you're not listening, then you are not a nice Dutch, and then the inner Dutch is touching you. No, I don't know what you're.
About the inner voices, there are many voices inside.
No, he talks about the loudest noise.
the
loudest. Each time there is some noise which is louder than the other noise.
Following the loudest noise.
Then you will be happy. Well, I don't know. Try. You tried it, eh?
Yeah,
Didn't work.
No, it's very
Exhausting and...
exhausting.
Okay. It's an inner disco. You always follow the biggest noise. Yeah. And then as a master and tells you, you have to listen to the slow and light. Then you come closer. You have to listen to the silence, and then your tendency is to the silence. Where is the silence? Where is this? No, it's. By that tendency alone, you will dissolve in the emptiness of silence. And the silence will swallow you and embrace you. And then, whatever, you will be gone in the blissful silence, never, never coming back. Yeah. Anyone else tried that too? That's called meditation. You try to get an inner ear for that silence, and you always go, like a tendency, you go for that absence of noise. Absence, 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 nothingness, nothingness. Then you try to sink into that absence, as if you fall into sleep, but aware that you fall asleep. And then you enter that silence of absence, and that you're still aware that you exist. And then you would realize your inner nature, your true nature, which is in silence, in absence, as in presence. What it is. Sounds good? Is a party there or something? What? Is this, what? It's a restaurant here? Yeah.
In a way, it's like we don't have to do anything.
No, you have to do everything.
And in another way...
No, don't say it like this. We don't. You have to do your daily tralala, if you like it or not. But in spite of you doing it or not doing it, by not doing or not doing, you can attain what you are. But still you have to do your tralala. So if you say we don't have to do, you take it again personal, as if you don't have to do anything to be what you are. No, it's not you. That what is what you are. Doesn't have to do or not to do anything to be what it is. But doing will happen, in spite of you having or not having to do it.
Then in a way we have to, we can not follow this that has to happen.
Do what?
Like something is
programmed,
and then what we can do is to disturb that.
No.
What is programmed.
No. No. Even that you have to disturb something is programmed. Even that you have to avoid something is programmed. It's already programmed. It's all part of the program, and that what this actor has to just play out the script. You cannot change the script.
This makes me so sad. I don't know why, but
I hope so.
Yeah.
That because that is your relative nature, sadness. Sadness. And that's it. And you always try to avoid that sadness, you know that. Yeah. But then comes Eckhart Tolle and tells you the power of now will erase the sadness.
And then you buy it because you feel that like
You are lifted. You are lifted by that, and then this sadness and this power of now will be the gateway, the stargate. You call it the stargate. If you just could just accept that and staying in that now and being in that, as many of that say, then the stargate opens and just swallows you, and you will be in the glory of silence, of the power itself, and everyone is melting away. Ooh. Me too. That is like putting honey around someone's ears. It's too sweet, and you get diabetic by that. No, it's always a rape. You rape yourself. It's not by that your inner voice is embracing you and put you some blissful underwear and tralala, and you're just a... It's always against what you want. It is what?
The script.
Discreet?
It is written in the script.
That you have to resist yourself. Yeah. So it's always, that's why I always say it's more feels like a rape, not like that you're...
So now something very nice, very interesting for you. Today, in 1 hour or 1.5 hours, you know, the ex-president of Israel is waiting for the final decree, judgment, whether he is guilty for rape or not. He was persecuted, he was accused. And now the whole country is waiting.
It's holding the breath.
Whether he is guilty or not guilty.
He is guilty for sure.
So he misses this pattern.
It's just depending if he has enough money to get the judges out of the way. That he is guilty is no question, no?
I don't think there is a member in the government that was not accused
of rape.
Or something. No, not rape, bribery.
Harassment, sexual harassment, abuse or something.
Something.
Abusing the power about someone.
You see, because of the oneness.
So is it the US? I mean.
You see, because of the oneness, now he's accused because of what Clinton was done.
Yeah, but why should they better than Eli? He was accused by harassment of this assistant, and she was making a court case about it, and he just paid her off, as always.
And when Clinton
It's all about money or something.
All the evening news in the US dealt with Clinton dick shape. Is it straight or is it curved?
Yeah, they cared more about the shape of his dick than if he did it or not.
That was in the news every night for a while.
In what shape was he? Good shape or bad shape or curved shape or banana shape?
No, but every child
Was he
in the US
Was he appealing or not?
What was his president? It's amazing. 5-year-old, 6-year-old on the news.
Yeah, in Germany we cannot imagine that because our Chancellor, Miss Merkel, I think that's if someone would excuse she abused me, she wanted to sexual no more patience.
Everybody was clapping on her shoulder.
But the idea is quite horror. to be sexual harassment from Mrs. Merkel, and if you're really depending on her, that's why our Mr. Westerwelle, Schwesterwelle is safe.
But she has a very young Pressesprecher, and he's stumbling.
The name of our, what is called? Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Foreign Minister.
He is gay, and then because his name is Westerwelle, means like a wave of western wave. So I'm always called a wave of sister wave, because the sound in German is the same: Schwester, Wester, tralala. And now they want to really kill him because his party is now really down. 10% less than from the last, from 13 to 3% because of Mr. Schwesterwelle.
Germany is going to the right wing, or?
No, back to the left wing, to the Greens more. The Greens are now the same as the left, the same percentages. The Germans get really green now. Huh? The Dutch really, they go to the right. They get really to the fascist tralala, because the Germans are not so bad anymore. There has to be one at least.
No, but in the university is quite strong.
What?
This fucking man, this fucking people. Right, very right.
Where?
Germany. Many newspaper was talking about it.
There was
very small.
there's
very
nothing.
small.
There's always since hundreds of years there's this brother like this whatever is like in the there's always like 1% of the whole students. Well, you are Mussolini underwear, you.
I know, and I tell you, in Italy is very many people. When you tell me in Germany or Soli Angelo,
you are the even our Chancellor called Angela.
Yeah, it's not so common. And maybe fuck a lot.
But you are even the North Italians, they say the Romans are Africans. Fascist everywhere.
Yeah, sure.
Oh. We say the Bavarian more Italian.
Talk about your family.
Of course you did. I'm German.
Yeah, but you are not German. You don't live more in German.
but I'm still German. It's always very clear, the Germans who don't live in Germany, they're really German.
I tell you again, Germany is
They're the only real Germans.
university there.
Because if you're in Germany, you don't want to be German anymore. But when you're outside of Germany, then you always have a romantic view of Germany.
Same in Austria.
And then you go to Germany, and then you go back to America. Look at her. She was always in America, shouting of Americans in Germany, Germany. And then now, after 3 years Germany, back to America. If you would not be half a year away from Italy, you would really kill all the Italians around you.
Yeah, tell what you like, but I still Germany love it. And not only in Germany, it's very strong in
They want even to
Austria
kill. They wanted to kill this one politician in Holland now,
yeah, but
from
especially
Somalia.
German, French, and Austria. And in Holland now.
In Holland now the whole government is...
Yeah, but very more.
Yeah, you have a
Right.
Look at you, you're so black.
I like
Black, black, today is Blackie. Blackie Fuchsberger is there too.
But inside I'm totally full of love. Life.
Davey, yeah? Italians always make a big noise about nothing.
I tell you about German for hours.
Oh yeah. You better buy him coffee.
He has too much coffee in the morning. Yeah, Davey, some last questions? No.
In every case in Italy we are very fantastic prime minister, I tell you.
Yeah.
He's fucking around all is possible to me.
Yeah, after him everyone can do what everyone likes.
Yeah.
That's why everyone likes him. And then he will vote again for him.
75 years old and fuck every day, this guy.
Yeah, I think he has a factory for Viagra himself.
I think it's very, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. He and Putin and some others.
I can't believe when he got to
Sarkozy.
visit him in Russia, in this, what you call it, Russia, this house outside of the city. You are
Dacha.
Dacha. He go there for 3-4 days with him. I don't know.
What happened?
Without Dutch people. Going to a Dacha without the Dutch. Dutch are never invited.
Yeah.
It's only the French, Italian and Putin. This three, this trinity of old playboys.
Yeah, but now maybe the
Sarkozy or Sarkozy?
Ah, yeah, Sarkozy. Oh, Sarkozy is just born now.
But he has a younger wife than your bloody Berlusconi.
Yeah.
Italy.
An Italian one. Yeah, the French taking all the Italian girls away.
The Marco.
You see, now we're going to that point.
Macro. He's a lot better.
Macaroni.
Call her Angela.
Since Paolo has his iPad, he knows everything.
No, I like.
He pedals all the day. Yeah, anything else Some raw cost question? Yeah, we never talk about raw cost.
Yeah.
Raw food.
Yeah.
Can I get rid of the shit by raw food?
Yes.
Can I shit better with raw food? Yes.
Yes.
It's not about family constipation, but it goes deeper. Can I get enlightened? Yes, every carrot is enlightened. Doesn't work. They don't promise it? Shit. But I think last year the biggest one of the raw food guys in Florida died. Huh? He looked very young, but he was quite old. Yeah. Hmm? Some American guy, he was 68, but he looked like 67.
68 is pretty young.
Everyone expect. If you have birthday and everyone comes, oh, but you really look good for your age. Yeah. Everyone is sorry about that your age. Yeah, anything from the Prime Minister of Israel.
No, the president.
The president.
He was the ex-president of Israel.
What
Katsav.
Kassav.
Katsav was his name. Katsav is actually a butcher.
A butcher.
That's the name, no.
No, that's the name, but the meaning of that name.
But
Yeah, butcher. We have the same names in Germany.
Now they crucify
Fleischer.
him for having that tendency.
Yeah, what can you expect from a butcher? Huh?
Just this tendency.
If he finds nice pigs.
You know it? Just the picture. Oh, the picture. Yeah, I think that
You should go to Italy. No one cares about in Italy about that.
That's true. No, if you make, but same look Polanski there. Everything is.
Who?
Polanski.
Yeah, but that's 50 years ago.
Yeah, but he made. But now
What did
everybody
he-
thought, oh, but he's so nice, so why you need to put in the prison? Because he's so nice, makes so beautiful movies, so it's different. But look, this poor Berlusconi, just because he wants to take out the board there. I like it.
Now they're wetting the rubbish in the apple that it doesn't burn on Sylvester. It was easier to get rid of the rubbish, but now they're putting water on the rubbish that it doesn't burn. Italia.
No, but that is not Italia, again.
You see, now the fascism starts again. Now the fascist.
Napoli is not Italy.
Yeah.
No, but Napoli is special. You know, you need to make the goal there. No, it's very strange people, I tell you. Quite strange. You don't want that, but you don't want...
So Italy punishing them to not to take the rubbish away. If you don't behave, you keep your rubbish.
Yeah.
That's the Italian punishment. Telephone.
12.
It's it's 12. Telephone. Yeah, normally in the old age, there was normal that the kings and the whatever was raping everybody. Yeah? There was even the right of the first night. If someone wanted to marry, the king had the right of the first night with the bride. But was it that he had to do it? No. Not with everybody. He had the right. Only the right. I would make that. I would make he has to fuck the first night with everybody. With everybody. Doesn't matter how old, what she looks, whatever. That would be.
Then he wouldn't do anyone.
Maybe then he would just say, okay, we change that.
Maybe if you like, you make again. You don't know.
Not only the king, also the dukes and so on.
Yeah, all of that, whatever, little aristocrats.
So maybe this will be his punishment now.
That he has to fuck everybody.
Maybe.
Or will be fucked by everybody in the prison. That's always in America, in all the movies, they always say, if you don't behave, you will be fucked. You end up in a place where you don't want to be. In a dark room. In another sauna. That's your destiny if you don't behave. Ready for food, huh? I know, I see you. There's even a tapa, what's called Mexican section on the menu. tacos and
Now we
everything. Okay, I think you all had enough from this